Dirk, we have a couple minutes.
Okay.
I want to do one last off script for the year because I wanted to get your take on this. A couple of weeks ago, I thought that might be the last off script of the year, but instead we have this one. I asked you about what jumped out at you in 2018 within industry that you thought was really notable. You mentioned, and I went back and looked at it again, you mentioned 3D printing without finishing operations. You thought that was really cool. You mentioned the growth in autonomous vehicles, which we just talked about again. We mentioned a little bit the continued increase in STEM education, which was critical. So I want you to take out your crystal ball. Sorry. No, don't take that out, Dirk. No, Dirk. No, don't take my advice. And I want you to tell me what you think some of those trends may be extending into 2019, or things that maybe we didn't mention there. What are things you think may happen in 2019 in the realm of quality and business and manufacturing that you think we should maybe be on the lookout for?
Well, I have been saying one of the things they talk about on additive manufacturing or particularly 3D printing is that it is rather slow. Okay, big parts take a long time. So some people say, well, so it'll never get into mass production. But I think it will. I think they'll do it the same way that Lego does it. I don't know if you've ever seen. There's a Discovery Channel had a show on Lego, right? Lego makes something like 20 quadrillion Lego blocks an hour or something. It's something stupid. I mean, they're cranking out Lego bricks like crazy.
20 quadrillion an hour.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing. We're put those around the world, we'd be 6 feet deep in Lego blocks. Which if you've been over to Christopher Smith's house, you would be. But the way they do it is they got these giant manufacturing plants that got a couple hundred injection molding machines, and all of those injection molding machines are fed by they're fed the plastic pellets by conveyor, and they've got a couple people, or a handful, literally, running these huge factories that got a jillion injection molding machines, and because of that, they're able to crank out a billion Lego bricks a day, right? I can see the same thing going on with 3D printing. I don't see why you couldn't, and in fact, they could be programmed separate. You could have a bank of 3D printers that are making this part, but you've got 100 3D printers, right? So you could have mass production, and furthermore, it'd be customized mass production, because you could have a bunch of 3D printers mass producing this part, but this customer wants it in blue, or he wants his name and in raised letters on the part or something. Okay, so that machine spits out one of those, right? I mean, there's no reason why you couldn't do the same idea, just having a big old factory with nothing but a jillion 3D printers, fed the material automatically, and custom make precision 3D parts requiring no finishing, and you could mass produce and mass customize. And to me, that's where it comes interesting, is mass customization. I mean, no reason why not, right? I mean, you could, every vehicle could have your name emblazoned on the dashboard, because that piece is 3D printed, and it's mass 3D printed, and it's custom mass 3D printed. I don't know. I think we're going to see that. I don't know if it's going to be maybe not next year, but there's no reason why it couldn't. I mean, the technology is there. It's just a matter of somebody saying, okay, I'll spend $1 billion on a factory with 200 3D printers in it. I
mean, it's just an accounting
it's just
thing at that point. It's well, it's $1 billion for the investment or whatever the number is, and we're going to unlock a $10 million market for ourselves. Why not? Especially when, unfortunately, you consider that there's probably no people working in that plant. very, very few. It's don't worry about any benefits.
And then we'll be talking about how many people are out of work. But doggone it, it's progress.
All right, well, that's your last off script for the year.
What do you think?
I didn't really. I mean, I think that's one. I mean, certainly 3D printing, the continued evolution of 3D printing, robotics. I think certainly
more and more robotics.
More robotics in line. I think we're already seeing that. I mean, there's no IMTS. I mean, I always kind of do my crib notes at IMTS.
Oh, right.
There's no IMTS in 2019. So, But you know, it's industrial Internet of Things. I mean,
Still?
the Industry 4.0 stuff, Quality 4.0 we talked about, where a lot of the data that's gathered from the equipment,
more and more integration,
really integrates back and feeds back to your process. All that stuff is just really, I mean, unfortunately, I joke, but it does seem like a lot of this is driven towards getting rid of people in the process. And you know, that's an issue. I mean,
people were highly overrated.
Yeah, you know, you can't ignore that. I mean, yeah, longer term, it's not going to be a 2019 thing, but longer term, you're going to see more and more UBI. You're going to see more and more universal basic income. It's going to have to be, because people aren't going to have, I mean, enough work. I think. I mean, people have been saying that for centuries. So who knows? But I mean, it does seem like, certainly in manufacturing, it's going to continue to go that way. So we'll see what happens.
How I always did this on Saturday Night Live.
That's right. That's right. Dirk, you ignorant slut.